This morning I had to thank Jah for his grace. Lace up my sneakers, I can't be defeated. Controlling my breathing while running this race. Sharpen my sword and my shield, case it get real in the field. I'll be prepared. Pray for my brothers and sisters to navigate life, cause I know that the struggle is shared. But let's take a break from the hustle and bustle and have an escape here in our little bubble. And soak up some game from the gang in the morning. Have us some laughs, might get into some trouble. If you need a jukebox to listen to raise, crank up the volume and radio waves, cause so unique got the influences here in the morning to get y'all started today. Hey.
Hello, 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 and good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Nfluentzers in the Morning. It is your girl, just Trina here, to start your week off or midweek off as best as you can.
Pre-midweek.
Right, exactly. I don't know what to call it. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you guys. Happy Prime Day if you guys are feeling like shopping. Apparently, I haven't been sleeping well, so I was up at midnight and I was like, Prime Day starts, and Prime is very rude. It actually starts at like 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's midnight, I guess, California time. Extremely rude. But anyway, those voices you hear, that is none other than the First Lady.
Hello.
Morning.
Excuse me.
Sorry,
guys. It's Hump Day Eve, so y'all get a bunch of yawning this morning.
There you go. I'll take that. That works.
Let's be like the kids and not assign labels here.
They assign a lot of labels.
You don't know DTR. We're not going to
assign the right one.
Assign the day. Define the day. That's what? DTR. Define the relation. Oh my gosh! I
see too many already.
Like this person anyway.
Too many already.
Nope.
And of course, that other voice you hear is none other than the first gentleman, if you will, the originator, none greater, Streets. Chris, good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Nice.
I missed it.
Those on Instagram Live, and don't do that. Nice to see those on Instagram.
I'm not doing it right now because you're already talking.
Nice to see those on the Patreon, man.
Yes, of course.
That's Rocky. What up? How are you, my friend?
Hello.
I'm not gonna cause any divisions between us by talking about the Saints and.
We need AMA.
Well, AMA,
yeah.
Right. So
Rocky is the only Saints fan that I like.
Boo. Yes. I'm not saying boo. That's not from me, AMA.
What's our friends over
I heart her.
Over on IG Live.
Big Low Country, what's going on?
What's up, Dub Works?
I feel like I know who that is.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's Low. What's up, Low?
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I know who it is.
Rocky, that's the wrong greeting for Chris. You gotta give him his correct.
I think she's laughing. I think she was laughing at him before.
There it is. Okay, there it is. There it
and
is.
see, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain why Rocky is the only.
And a brief sidebar on that one for you guys on Instagram Live. I'm sorry. Before you guys on Instagram Live, our patrons who get the show exclusively Wednesday and Thursday, they have their own special chat in YouTube through Patreon.
Yes. So we gotta watch them both.
So
we watch them all.
The Rocky we are referring to is a special BFF who is in her own separate VIP chat. Okay, continue, Chris.
Yeah. So yeah, Rocky. So this is the reason why that you are the only Saints fan I know. So there's so many that I like. There's so many people that have migrated from New Orleans to Atlanta, and so because the Falcons and the Saints, they played as like a little rivalry. There's always disrespect. Like I'm not even like a football person, but I'll be coming in to work or doing things and be like, the Falcons suck, and I just be like, hold on, this is so unprovoked.
It's very weird because it's like you skip over so many other like teams
Mixler
She
is so
wants
rude.
to go to like New Orleans. Like
New
there's
Orleans.
so many in between.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're
So
like, nah.
it's like, and it's like all aggressive. I'm like, all right, guys.
Very
All right.
aggressive.
I don't
You
even
are correct.
I don't
Yeah.
even watch football like that or sports. Like, I don't want to care about this. But
also,
you're making me mad.
Yeah.
So you know what? When the Falcons won, I was just like, it wasn't like, yo, I'm about to go out and trash all these Saints fans. It was like, there will be peace and quiet because they're not gonna bring it up. So I was like, all right, cool. And just as I thought, everybody that I know is a Falcon fans. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up? Everybody, no conversations had.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Silence was accomplished, but if we do have to play them again, hopefully the Falcons win again. So there will be more silence.
Silence.
That's all I really care about. Yeah, that's all I really care about. More silence,
Yeah. I mean, it's fair.
We started it with the disrespect.
And you know what? Again, with these rivalries, they never know. It's all like, you know how Job knew the scrolls because he didn't have scrolls. He knew from the stories that were passed down from his ancestors.
A friend told a friend who told a friend who told a friend who told.
So here is like, oh, my dad and uncle cousin, and you're like, nope. See, if you start a story like that, then we're already going down the wrong path.
Right,
but that is neither here nor there. But to that point, to May's point, we are broadcasting, of course, to our BFFs. They get each show live every morning, and on Tuesdays we broadcast to Mixler, which is So Unique Radio. That's where you get the audio, and of course we have the visual side here on Instagram Live. So what did I say? Did I say So Unique? I did, right?
You did. I was doing the relevance little thing. So unique.
Okay.
Speak.
Yes. But yes,
that was the DJ thing. That was my DJ thing.
I appreciate it. Oh, that's like we were on a call last week and I made a DJ sound and there was no respect given.
What was your DJ sound?
If you don't remember, then I'm just gonna leave it. Anyways, yes. So we do broadcast on Instagram Live on Tuesdays as well as Mixler, So Unique, and then BFFs get the shows each day because being a BFF, being a patron has its benefits. If you sign up on our Patreon, you can sign up to be a new friend, which gets you the audio, a good friend, which gets you a replay of the video so you don't miss the show. And the BFFs, of course, get the live version. Good friends, you can still chat and send messages. We just get them after the fact. So, so it all has its benefits. And again, it is at this rate. Mando and I were going over, our household bills. For those that don't know, she is my roommate. And
I just saw this cute picture, y'all, on Instagram.
I posted
beautiful, glowing.
She did. She posted a series of pictures. I was very surprised.
Look at me. I'm out here growing. One's in the chat for growth.
Those beautiful, glowing, dimpled ladies. I just hate you guys so much.
The aunties that were out at the we went to a Latin dance party. And we ate dinner first. So like I said, it was ladies' night. We had a nice little fun night out. We put our outfits on and we went and we grabbed some food before, and then we went to our friends' Latin dance gathering.
Why in my mind I heard, and we went to, and for some dumb reason I was like, my friend's bar mitzvah. Yes. don't ask.
It wouldn't be,
ask.
You
I'm
never
like,
know.
We don't even do Jewish birthdays, but okay.
Did something just
hit
me?
No, there's an issue.
Okay.
With the mix of side of the situation.
There it is. Okay.
I think we got it.
Okay, because for some reason I see it's on, but
for some reason my YouTube paused, and I don't know. There was
it did the hokey pokey and it turned itself around.
That's what it did. That's what it's all about. Hey. That's what they usually be doing.
Yeah.
But what's up? What's up, Rocky? What's up, Steph? Good to have y'all. Hey, everybody on Instagram. It's good to be here with all you good people.
Yeah, and if you on Instagram and you what happened? The whole video started over.
Yeah, I'm hearing like.
Is it double on Instagram?
It was like, yeah.
For some reason, I think did the video start over on Instagram? Life is being weird right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it right here. Hey, Greg, what's going on?
Yeah, this is stupid.
The internet's dumb. All right, let us know
that.
if y'all can still see and hear us properly. I mean, I'm looking at the preview on Instagram. It looks fine to me.
Okay.
So Instagram
but
looks
anyhow,
fine. It's
well, he put Instagram on his phone and it looked funny. So anyhow.
Our special, yes. So I have it. I'm not monitoring it. I'm there in the chat to hang out with you guys, and yeah, it's doing interesting things. But anyways, sorry guys for that. But again, on Instagram Live, you guys get the live feed as well, so you tend to not have some of the issues that we've run into. But neither here nor there. We are here to have a good time. I was talking about the two aunties in the corner, like. We walked in and we like, so here's the thing, like, you ever plan, like, I'm not going to be, so usually if there's a gathering, like, the joke is you'll see, it's not to, alienate any of our audience, but they're like, okay, if it starts, you're going to see Katrina and the white people. Like, that is what people say. I get there. I help set up. That is just who I am.
There we go. You're a very punctual person.
I'm extremely punctual. Yes. And it is
Matter of fact, if we having a party, we're gonna tell everybody else to start at 3, so they'll show up at 5. We're gonna tell Trina that starts at 6, so she'll show up at 5.
On time. Correct. You're smart. See, so we were very leisurely. We went out, we had a nice meal, and we were like, so they said it started at
be on CP time on a regular.
I mean, so we're like, they said it started at 6, and I was like, okay, so that probably means like 7 or whatever. So we get there like 7:15 or something like that. And we're like, okay, what's going on? And so here's the funny part. So we walk in, so we're getting ready to walk in. And as I'm walking in, I see twin girls from and you'll know these girls from our old mutual congregation. And I was like,
they're not. They are full on beautiful adult women.
It makes me
beautiful adult women. And I was like, they're here. Like, you know how things happen and you like, I feel old. But I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, they're here. And I was like, well, what's up, guys? And they're like, oh, we're going to go grab some food. So they left. It was, like I said, it was like 7:15 and it hadn't started yet. So we go and we see our friend take pictures, and she's like, yeah, we're going to start like 7:30. And I was like, okay. So we sit down, we go sit, and the first song is the Cupid Shuffle, right?
All right, now.
Let me tell you, these witness line dances, like, I have a issue with it. But anyway.
Shout out to the DJs that don't do the line dances.
Oh, well. Not this one then,
or that are selective.
Yeah, that only do line dances when you're forced to
use them with
right.
When there's nobody on the dance floor.
No, they're like,
I think maybe that's what it was for, to get everyone to the dance floor, because that was the initial thing. I don't know. Well, maybe the Cupid Shuffle was the second song, because like I said, it was a Latin dance party. So the first song was like a Spanish song, then it was a Cupid Shuffle, and then they proceeded to do
English.
it was all over the place. Then they proceeded to play. I learned a new Mexican line dance out here. And so Mando and I were just like,
pop into my head. I know that's not a Mexican line dance.
Right, before we get canceled.
Correct.
All right.
Right. Cancel. So it was very interesting. So Mando and I are like, have we become these people?
Yes.
And and I said, I am the introvert. So I said, I'm going to take the lead from Mando, who is the extrovert, because I wanted her to enjoy herself and have a good time. So I wasn't going to be like, I could be home watching TV. Let me tell you, Queen of Tears was calling me. So I said, okay, let me just, So I waited, and I'm enjoying myself. Like, so please don't think being an introvert means like I am not interested in interacting with people. So I'm doing the best people watching. Like I have established relationships. I saw a young couple that I've seen a few times who are like in denial about each other. So I was enjoying that. And so it was very interesting. Like I said,
these people be out here lying to themselves.
What, saying that they're not dating, but they really dating?
Correct.
What's up, Rob?
Correct. That part.
MC Slice. We're also on Instagram, guys.
Yes.
That's upsetting.
It's upsetting because
them lying to themselves about dating.
Yeah, because I was watching the dynamic, and I can I can probably tell, and I will put a pin in it. We'll talk about this in the lounge because
another perk of
it's
being a Patreon subscriber,
because that is the exclusive.
They get a post show.
Exactly, and that's exclusive, and I don't want it to be on as public a forum. So, yes, but it was like I said, so I was like, oh man, let me get into this, and then there was another like line dance, and I was like, okay,
so we're doing this again,
like ready to be done. And so then I was just I'm looking around, like I said, taking in the scene and checking people and watching and situations unfurl, and then suddenly Mando's like, okay, we're done. And I was like, oh,
did y'all leave at 5:30?
Okay,
whatever, 30 minutes.
No. We stayed. Remember, we went at 7:15, so we left at 8. And we got home. We went and got bubble tea, and I went home and watched. We finished. We finished Queen of Tears. That's exactly what we did.
They said. We came. We saw. We left.
It was, it was.
It's a marker of old age, man. Like for real. Like
I'll say more in the lounge.
I'd be arriving and I'd be like, all right, so whenever you ready. Like as soon as I arrive.
Yes,
like,
because it was that too. It was that I was like, if we don't find parking, we turning around. Like that was where we were.
Crazy because I used to be the one that be like, yeah, all right, we out here. Now we like definitely like even I'm to the point where I'm like, all right, when we hit that look,
look, you guys are nice. Yeah, we have a safe phrase where it's like when you've reached your limit. This is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing.
I think things may change if I change vocations and I'm not working so much. Like, but now it just be like every moment I'd be like exhausted. Like we ended up so I had an outgoing talk Sunday, and we ended up at hospitality, and we were there for a long time.
We were there for like 3 4
because I was, because it was at somebody's house. So we were like sitting. I was on a couch for the vast majority of the time, so I was okay with that. But like, if I had to be out at a restaurant, like it would be like, all right, everybody.
Right. Time to go.
Yeah.
Y'all.
We're gonna go ahead and head out. Y'all be good.
Well, I think it's different too when it's at someone's house. The setting is much different. We're about to have hospitality this weekend.
Yeah.
And someone's like, I'm gonna tell people not to sit down. And I'm like, ma'am, you can't do that. She said, I'm gonna say, don't sit on the couch.
The furniture has just been scotch guarded. You're wet. You have to stand up, hold your paper plate, and hold your cup at the same time.
Oh my God.
We out of here. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.
Oh, so funny. Right.
That's the quickest way to get people to go home. Okay, don't sit down. The toilets, I'm sorry, the bathroom's out of order. We're having some plumbing issues. They're gonna be like, you mean I can't sit and I can't pee?
Yes. Dub works and I are very similar. He said, it sounds like me. I'm so introverted. I'll reach my limit and leave. I won't even tell anyone. By the time folks realize I left, I'm on the couch watching SportsCenter. The accuracy in that is like no other. Mando's like, you and your Irish goodbyes. And I'd be like,
Trina be here for it. You'd be looking around. Where Trina go? I don't know. She gone. What's up, Navigator 5?
She was here.
So look, the thing about it is sometimes I think we've gotten to a point in our lives where we're like, first of all, I ain't even want to be here. Now I got here and it's whack. So you
Right.
made me put on clothes, leave my house, come
Yes.
to your whack party. Now I got to be upset about it. Go
Let's
home,
talk about it.
put on my
Undo. So I'm gonna remind me. That's another thing in the lounge that happened. Oh my gosh, I have so
You
much.
mean I just wasted 3 hours of my life
Let me
on
tell
this,
you. Let
and
me
I
tell
didn't
you.
even want to go.
The
I was
the
like,
party could
were
be
you
dope.
upset you lost a look for this?
Yo,
Yo, the party could the party could be dope. Like, I mean, so we went to
They
Hype
do love us in
Queen's
that
thing where we performed. First of all, we were exhausted.
yo.
So the only reason why we went is because we committed to perform, because it was like, all right, we were so tired. We got there and it was really good and everybody was so nice. And then, like, you know, it was like performance, then intermission, then there was gonna be another performance. So like we performed like during the first part of it, and then everybody's like, "Oh man, you guys were great," blah 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 blah, and it was just
You guys
like,
want to do another one?
it was like, all right, so it's time to go to the crib. We go,
Ugh,
and it was a good
it was a good
party.
time. That's it.
Had a good
It's okay.
DJ,
That
but I was
is it,
just
guys.
like, but
Yes.
I was just
Had my
like,
37-year-old
by the way,
body
shout
not
out,
67, we might
shout out
say.
to Hype Queen for that event.
Yeah,
Yo,
the
it was
poetic
I
essence
was
was
just
great.
saying,
it
shout
was
out to
it
Hype
was
Queen.
great, but
It
it was
was.
like I am old.
I'm not
Yeah.
That's
old.
one of those. May was
I
like,
was just tired.
May was like, should we stay? You know, because it's Hype Queen, blah blah blah. And I was like, whenever you're ready.
He did. He hit me with
Whenever
that.
you're ready,
He did
I
hit me with
love
that.
it.
ready.
And then like 5 minutes later, I look at him and go, I'm ready.
Ready. See, that is what it is. Regardless of
I'm
the
ready.
connection, if it's a marriage, a friendship, a partnership, any duo or a
Yo,
set,
yes.
it's like, yeah, you
Yes.
guys have
You got that?
your like key phrases or looks where it's
Yes.
like, just like Chris said, whenever you're ready, the response can be, "Oh, I'm ready now,"
I'm ready
or it
now.
can be, "I'm gonna stay a little bit," and then within 5 minutes,
5
it's like,
minutes,
"Okay,
you be like,
let's
"Yep,
go.
I'm
Okay,
good."
we're
You
good."
was right. You caught it. You caught it. So sometimes one person catches it first.
As I said, the event was awesome.
Great,
It
yeah,
was.
and
But
that's what I was going to say. Don't let someone leaving, introverts or anything like that, be a benchmark on
For how
whether or
successful
not
your party is.
your party was successful. Yeah, because our friend, she's like, "Oh, you guys stayed like 5 minutes," and I was like, I did a full rotation, so respect me."
I met every
I
corner
peeped
of the. I went to every corner of the room, not met, but
Correct.
I hit every corner of the room, and I'm done. Okay,
peeped
goodbye.
it, bro.
Matter of fact, you could have just
You
could have
peopled
just went by
accurate.
and said, "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Bye, see you later. Bye, see you later. Bye, see you later. Bye, see you
Correct.
later."
You don't understand. It was like, it was from the picture. That was, how the Pixar didn't happen. I said, get the picture. It was like we met her.
I
At
mean,
the door.
you see me back there
Take this
in the back,
picture.
right there.
This is proof. Peace out.
I was
Like,
here.
that's
I came
where we
outside. I
were.
left. Like, come on, y'all.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you a
Again,
shirt
from
that
the
says that,
parking lot,
Trina.
I was like, if this ain't a parking spot, I'm leaving. Like,
Got
we
to
were
go.
done. Anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, I heard it was great and it was quite enjoyable. But yes, things like that can happen so randomly.
Mhm.
It's a party, get down. It's a party, get down. Random, it's a party, get down. Shake that, shake that.
A fantastic journey, a little bit of this and that. You know we gonna chill, might not come back. So if you ready, get back, cause it's time to roll. It's some random stuff that's out of control. Surprises flying, cause life's a ride. So ride with us.
Yes. Hello.
Because I have Instagram up on the desktop because I have to keep
You
it.
saw extra.
And now I get to watch it as we're talking. I just
Yes.
drop so much.
It is so. I was like, there's Brandon. And then, so yes, of course. But yes, so today's topic is so random. And this is actually something that is near and dear to my heart. The English major in me always has to deal with things like this. And so today's topic is, what is something that your family has said since you were a child that others would find weird?
My whole family is
right.
real weird. So.
And you're taking into account, of course, areas and cultures and things like that. Like, so there is something where I think And we do it. May and I go through it a lot where it's like, what you said, like last week or whatever, or a few months ago, we're like, is it biopic or is it biopic?
Biopic.
What is it?
Which
Like, what are we saying? What is English?
Tomato is what it is.
What is English? Correct. And so, here's what's funny. My father says, and it comes over to me, and it's totally nature versus nurture. My father says July, and
because he's from Alabama, that's why.
He's from but every word is regular, and then it gets July.
No, yes, because my birthday is in the month of July.
Oh.
But I had an uncle named July. Anytime they would reference him, Uncle July.
Wow. See, and that's what I'm saying. The
emphasis
on the wrong syllable. I don't know.
When I was little, because they said it like that, I never knew that they meant July.
Correct.
So I was extremely confused for most of my childhood. And then it was like, oh, that man's name is Uncle July. Why is his name July? But for some reason, when you say it like July, it does sound like an actual name.
Yeah, July.
Like an actual name when you say it like that.
Because you know, you can say Julie, but
Southern people.
July for sure. And so one of the phrases that I have in here is shamamale. And if anyone can tell me what shamamale is,
I bet it's chamomile. It's chamomile.
It is chamomile. Chamomile tea. See, chamomile, chamomile. Yes, chamomile. So yeah.
Somehow I feel like this is a conversation that don't belong.
So,
see, Rocky, her grandmother says scrimp instead of shrimp. Yes,
you know what? That's a southern thing in general.
There's a brother. He's from Louisiana. He is. Don't ask me the town, Rocky, because I won't be able to tell you. And don't ask me the parish because I won't be able to tell you. But he gives talks, and he scrimp.
Yeah,
and I feel like,
this is what we're doing out here.
Okay, cool.
So my grandpa, I don't know if he was saying this before. I mean, I don't know, but unique lady, what's good?
Hello.
I don't know how wherever. Anyway, he used to say swimps.
Swimps?
I think maybe it's because he's
really. Okay.
But he used to say it. It's like, I mean, I've heard people say scrimp, but he used to say swimps.
All right. Yeah.
My papa.
That'll do.
All right. So my family has an interesting one. So when I was younger, when I was a kid, at one of the times we lived with my great grandma. So my grandma used to keep kids. You know how they used to say that when we were little? Oh, I keep kids, not babysit, because that's what you're doing.
Right.
What's up, Amber? No, I keep kids.
It doesn't sound
right.
So anyway,
not in today's climate, but yes.
See, unique lady said her mom used to say lettuce for lettuce.
Lettuce or wash.
Wash.
Let me tell you. Continue. Yes.
So I actually have one that is very different. So my mom used to babysit this kid, and I don't really know exactly how old he was. Maybe he was like 4. I don't know. Anyway, he was one of the little people who really couldn't pronounce his words properly. And one day he was like, I wanted something to eat or something, or can I have some water, I think. And my mom was like, yeah, go in and get it from the refrigerator. And it's funny because I heard this later on as an adult. And he was like, Fritter? And I was like,
Fritter.
It's a freighter of fritters.
And from now on, my family, we only call it the fritter.
The fritter, yeah.
We always call it the fritter. Go in the fritter and get the thing.
See, I'll make fun of this po child.
I said I had definitely said that in front of people before, and they looked at me like, "What?" And I'm sorry. It's a family thing.
The refrigerator, correct.
And so we got a lot of them saying, you know what? Most of them are making fun of children.
Well, if anything, you should never be worried about bullies if you had family. Let me tell you.
They were making fun of me, so
yeah, and that's fine.
There's video video evidence. Hey, Ron, what's up? Is there a video evidence of 2 of them? So I had 2 more when I was like 2 video evidence. I think my dad's like trying to transfer all our old home videos onto like a digital format. I'm not even gonna do that. Like, I want to show Christopher how cute I was when I was a little person.
Wow.
I was adorable. Like, I mean, in video.
You think
like,
I look amazing now?
I don't know about now. I'm just saying when I was a little person, like I was super cute.
That
like I had a little
hilarious.
My chocolatiness was at its peak, and I just had cheeks, and that was adorable.
Steph K's got some. Her dad used to call Twitter the tweeter.
The tweeter.
Hilarious. I get that. And old coworker used to say Warshin powders.
With an S on the end.
Detergent?
Like, I mean, because it's granules, so it's
yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's detergent, I guess. Yeah.
So
for sure.
So there's a video of actually no, that's not a video of that one. There's a video of the other one. So there was a video, not video, maybe it was anyhow. Okay. So when I was little, my mom said, okay, again, I'm 2. And I guess I had an accident in the bed. And so I come up to my parents and I'm like, this video. And they're like, and I think I said, like, come to the room or something like that. And my mom and dad were like, what's going on? Because again, I'm 2. And I go, my sheets vet, I pee in them. And so now we always say, I pee in them.
In what context would you need to say I pee in them?
No, just to say it. Just to say it.
Okay.
Or when Xavier was little and he peed in his diaper. He peed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And my mom says purple instead of purple. I don't know why.
Purple instead of purple?
I don't even know where that came from. She has purple.
It's all on purpose. It's all on purpose.
So
be involved.
She started it. He said almost. No, she's been saying that since I was a kid. So I don't know if one of us, I don't know if she was making fun of another child and it just stuck or what. But she just purple. So now a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times we would say purple.
Okay.
And then there's other video evidence where I don't even remember what I was calling my parents for, but you can see me like my dad filmed everything. Like he was that dad with the camera permanently attached to his face as a kid. So I guess whatever I was doing in the back room, I must have called out for them. I couldn't hear that part, and then they didn't come. And so you can see he has the camera pointed at the doorway, and you can see me come back around the corner, and I think my parents are like, "What do you need?" And I think I said, come here, or something. And I came back and I was like, and let's be chic about it. I had like, speech impediment.
Oh,
and this
quick.
Yeah.
Quick. All right.
So now sometimes we just say chic. Chic.
Watch your mouth.
Slippery slope. Yep. The slippery slope. That's
you guys,
pretty funny.
Gotta be careful.
That's right. Got to be careful. That's interesting. Yeah. My younger cousin, who's like a full-fledged adult and elder now, and it's so hard for me to.
Oh, we're gonna point it out.
I've seen you at 3 years old.
Wait, what? He did?
A couple months ago.
Congratulations.
It seems reasonable that it would happen.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's just I didn't know.
He's still a baby to me.
He's still forever.
How old is he?
He is 20.
You're about to make me feel real old.
26,
don't say 20.
He's 25. He's 25.
25. Okay.
Yeah, 25. 99.
Aww.
So.
Nice.
That's so sweet. The baby.
So yeah, so we used to want to go. So we had our own little thing. Like when I lived with him and my cousin for a couple years after her divorce to help out and stuff. And so yeah, he just had little phrases. We just had little phrases that he would say. So he wanted to go to so he liked a particular restaurant. And he would say, I want to go to Burger King. Burger King. Then it evolved into Murder King. I was like, did you say Murder King? Burger King would be where he would have liked to have gone. And everything was around food, which was funny. Because,
yes, that sounds about right.
He didn't like Salisbury steak, back then. This is what we would have. And so, but he loved chicken. And so if he knew something was Salisbury steak, he was not interested. He was like, no.
Yeah.
And so we would let him know that it was, we were like, no, it's chicken. And he created it himself. And he's like, chocolate chicken? I was like, yup, chocolate chicken. Enjoy.
Chicken.
Enjoy.
I love that one. I totally love that one.
Chocolate chicken. So that was, and those are things that we would say all the week, like chocolate chicken.
Yeah.
Like we didn't make it very often, but yeah.
You know what it was? That is hilarious.
That's
Xavier had a couple that stuck. He used to, he, you know, again, as children, man, we make fun of kids a lot.
It builds character.
A lot of people do. It, you know, it does. It really does.
Resilience.
Xavier, you know, had the letter issues as well. So he used to, and he'd be like, Mommy, can I have some wassels?
Oh,
we will still say wassels. Just
wassels,
for the heck
that's right. Yeah, you just say that's where it becomes a part of just your family
vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
So he used to say, hey Mom, can we go to the Georgia Aquarium? The person, I was like, the what? The aquarium.
The aquarium.
Sure, why not? Let's go to the Georgia Aquarium. And then we used to love to play, my sister and I, we used to play Clue when he was little. And then he couldn't really play like the board game Clue. But when we had on the Xbox 360, we had a little video game for it. He could play that. And he'd be like, Mr. Green's the Mercular.
Nice. Oh,
the what?
The Mercular.
He's the Mercular. So now we like legit say Mercular.
You're the Mercular. I could see that.
The Mercular.
That still fits.
You know, tracks. You know what I mean.
Steph K said her daughter was in kindergarten. She told her they learned about Martin the Luther the King.
The Luther.
Right. The Luther the King. Correct. And sometimes those phrases like pass into your daily life. Like my younger cousin, when she was a kid, she was like obsessed with chapstick. And like to the point where we were like, you're eating this. Like this is not, because you know how it smells nice. And so I think you just associate it. And so my uncle, her grandfather, was he owned a dollar store. I'll tell you the days of Mr. Cheap one day. But anyway. And so he owned the store, and so he would get the little things, you know, the little, which didn't really even smell good, like, you know, the little pallets or whatever. And so she had such a problem, because here's the crazy part. She loved chapstick so much, but her lips stayed cracky. A lot. I was like, what is going on?
It was an anti-chap for her.
Right.
The more she put on, the worse they got.
And so like we had to like limit what she would use, because she would go through an entire thing all day, again, with just cracked lips. It made zero sense.
Chain applying her chapstick.
Right. So I don't know if she put it on and lick it off. I have no idea.
I have definitely seen kids do that.
But what she would do is, what she would say was, she kind of had the speech issue too coming up. And so what she would say is, she would say lip. And so that's what, actually, I use that every day, all the time now. She called it lip, because she knew that's where it went. So she didn't say chapstick. So she'd be like, give me lip. I want lip. And so that's what I say, actually, when I say like, and then it happens in this house now. Amanda, I'd be like, do you have lip? And so
good morning, KJ.
So yes, this is our lives. But yes.
Oh yeah, it's, you know, and I think that's like the fun of family. When you have those little sayings that just bond you, and nobody knows. Well, I mean, or sometimes you don't even remember where some of them come from, and sometimes you do, and it's just like, this is us.
Yes, exactly.
You know. So I love that. That's how you know you have happy childhood memories. Chris, that's probably why you have none.
Ooh!
Pew, pew, pew.
It's not even a stray. Like, I don't know what that was. It was shots officially fired.
We need a shots fired sound effect.
So y'all see the emotional distress that I'm under. Y'all wonder why sometimes I just ignore her. What happened?
You got one better.
No, damn it.
There you go. Oh, man. But yes, it's that interesting and funny. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess did anyone else have anything weird that people would say? I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like because some
Aw,
you just say it every day. You don't even
you don't
realize
even realize,
it's wrong.
yes.
So I will tell you
Somebody
actually.
look at you and be like, what?
So my
Rocky?
cousin, she says, and I don't know why she says it. It used to drive me mad, but I just got over it. And so she says drawer, and I can't handle it. I
Is
love
she
her.
from
She's
Alabama?
precious. No, not at all. But
That is actually
she
hilarious.
says drawer. Like, and I don't know if she's just
Drawer.
trying to make sure she hits all of the
All the
points.
letters. There are no
Yeah,
silent letters in this
basically like
word. I'm gonna
what?
enunciate them all.
Yes. So
That's hilarious.
it's pretty funny. But
Rocky says her niece couldn't say her real name, Raquel, when she was little, so she would call me Relay. So my mom and sis
nice.
call me that. Is it Relay or Riley? Rocky. He's so cute.
I would
Little
guess
kids are
relay.
adorable.
Yeah, they say the most adorable things sometimes.
Kids say the darndest things. They really do.
They sure do.
I love little people.
Mhm,
So, completely off topic because that's what we do.
mhm.
Xavier and I dog sat this weekend.
Oh, yes.
The
How
dog
was
sitting.
that?
We have not seen Winnie since we came back from our hiatus.
He was on my lap, and then he's like, "Oh, you about to talk," and then
He said, "I'm back from hiatus, but I'm not."
he breaks up with me, right? So
Oh,
he's on his
unique
little bed.
lady says foots. Her grandma was the original saying it, so there
Foot.
was no correcting her English.
Mm.
My grandfather who used to say swim said foots.
Foots. Okay.
Actually, no, he would say feet.
Feet. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I can
cat
see
would
that.
say. I think cat would
Keep
say
it plural, my
foots.
friends.
Mm.
Cat would say foots. But yeah, so Xavier and I dog sat slash house sat over the weekend, and the list of dogs that I do was just Winnie since our good friends got rid of Champ. But now Winnie is no longer alone in that list. There are 2 dogs. What the heck? My computer just did the
Yeah,
thing.
it's okay.
I paused it. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow,
Mhm.
yes. So we dog sit for this beautiful Coda. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. So so it started because the sister was telling us, "Hey, I'm going out of town." Blah blah. I think I mentioned this last week. You need somebody to dog house sit. And I was like, well, yeah, I've dog sat before, but that was years ago. But I'm like, Chris and I, I house sit too. Chris and I were just house sitting, in January. And I was like, Zayden, I could probably do it for you. And I know she has a dog, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It'll be fine enough. I'll make Xavier do everything.
Right.
I'll make him do everything. He wants a dog. He can get this little treat. So she was like, no, I promise you, my dog's really chill. And he kind of just
Mm.
minds his business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, we'll see. Because pet anybody who owns is not the right word. Anybody who takes care of a little living thing. I was gonna say kids, but you don't really own your kids. Okay, so anybody who takes care of another living thing is always biased. Like every parent thinks their child is cute
Right there.
and
Mhm.
adorable and precious, and
Right.
they can be ugly and bad and Satan. And all these dog owners think, oh, my dog is so good. He does this and he does that. And they be the first one biting my ankles and trying to jump over my shoulders. Until we have a problem. So she did one of those. She's like, oh, he's so chill, blah, 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 blah. He does this, he does do that. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, well, come over on Tuesday and get to know him,
Mhm.
so he'll be okay with
Right.
y'all
You
being
gotta
there.
meet you.
Because
Right.
because she was like, she didn't know. She was like, if y'all, you can dog sit. She was like, or you can stay overnight if you want to. And I was like, I'd probably stay overnight just for something different to do, not be at home.
Yeah. Mhm.
She's like, okay, cool. She's like, I really would prefer overnight. And I was like, yeah, girl, we'll be here. So we get over there and we walk in the door. We pull up and we hear him barking. And I've been to her house, but I've never been inside of her house.
Okay.
I've only been to the door to drop something off and then in the yard because Chris was giving her something.
Mhm.
So you can hear him barking from outside of the house. And I'm like, okay. So we go in, Zay goes in, and he's jumping and wagging his little tail, sniffing. And then I walk in, and he's jumping and wagging his tail. And I'm just like, all right, now, that was one jump. Down, and he got ready to jump again. And she was like, no, she was like, Coda, down. And he like got down and walked around and went back to Xavier. And then I sat down and he came to jump again. And I was like, I guess you can tell my face. I was like, hold on. She was like, no, she was like, he's good now. He just needed to familiarize himself with you.
Right.
You know, he's fine. Now I'm looking like, I don't believe you, because folks be in denial about their
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I am not, but correct.
So the guy's like, okay, man, she was right. He did not come jump on me
about his business.
And yeah, he was gone. And because she was like, yeah, you know, he just chills, he just hangs out, you know, sit by your feet, blah, blah, blah. And like, legitimately, that's exactly what he did. Xavier locked him up about his ball. He had special toys that he liked.
Right.
With the little treats in it, I guess. And it rolled around, and I figured when he has one, she was like, now he's like, he loves this. But if it goes under the chair, under the couch, he can't get to it. So he will bark at you to get it back.
Right. Yes. Very.
Extremely upset.
Yes.
That ball went under the couch.
Hello.
And that was the only time he would just be barking for no reason. And he would get angry about you.
Because you don't, you need to know. But if you watch them, they indicate.
But look, I was never paying attention, so I didn't know what was wrong with him. He's like, he let Xavier, he started spinning in circles. He came over to me, and I was like, what's going on with it? And Xavier's like, oh, I think this ball went under the couch. I said, well, if you saw it, then why don't you pick it up?
Right.
Oh,
save us all this barking.
Bruh, get out of here. So it was like Xavier liked it. He kept complaining, but he kept giving him the ball. And you know, if you don't give him the ball, that he can't bark when he loses it, because you can't miss what you don't have. I'm just like, bruh, I'm done with you, little person. Absolutely done. But yes, that dog is now my friend. And it was funny because like dogs are smart, and apparently they have a strangely good sense of smell. Because after that first time
stronger than
anytime we came to the house, even outside. So I don't know if he learned the sound of my car or what.
Yep.
He did not bark. Like even we pulled into the driveway, he didn't bark. I came to the door, he didn't bark. It was like he knew it was us.
Okay, very
and
nice.
that is not my buddy. Now my allergies were not happy with me. I didn't think about it, and I probably should have like doped up on a bunch of Zysol beforehand.
You don't think about it.
And Zyrtec, so my allergies were definitely affected.
Yeah, for the bigger dogs, it's a thing for sure.
But it wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle. It was like fall allergies, a bunch of itchy nose, itchy throat, itchy ear, and those ridiculously loud sneezes that I do. So I think next time, if I just pre-medicate myself, get it all in my system, I'll be fine. But I told her, I was like, man, I will dog sit for you anytime.
Nice.
Just let me know. I will come see my baby. Oh, I petted him and everything.
Nice. Look at that.
He got pets and everything. He is just the best dog. Oh, so
funny. Well, that's awesome. Experience. That was good. We had CO this past week, and
you did.
He was a sub. Him and his wife were subs, and it was oh man, I have stories for the lounge for you guys. Oh my gosh, so much for the lounge. But he was from Puerto Rico, serving an American Sign Language outside of Memphis. And so, and he's like, I usually don't have to speak because I sign. So, my English, please forgive my English. They were amazing. They were a breath of fresh air. And I know I've expressed my, the subs come through and you're like, you guys are amazing. And then the CEO, the regular CEO comes and you're like, hey, cool, good job.
You're back.
Like,
you're back. It's so good to see you.
Cool, right? So this brother was like, he was wonderful, and like I said, I will give you guys a lounge story. But it was this time was the focus was boldness, I guess the theme. And
okay.
so like we would meet with the group in the morning, at 9:30 and then 1:15. And he'd be like, and do you know what? He's like, we'll talk about different examples of boldness. And he's like, you know what Paul did to be bold? And you're like, what? And he's like, come back at 1:15 to find out. He did that all week. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy. But yeah, it was quite enjoyable
this afternoon.
Yes. And so his wife sat in the middle of the congregation, like she sat in the center of the Kingdom Hall. Like it was very, very interesting. Like it was enjoyable. It was really truly
surrounded by the congregation.
A breath of fresh air. Yes, I did enjoy that quite a bit. So yeah, to Chris's point, I peopled real hard. It was hard peopling. It was, I was like, okay, enough.
That's
and
enough, right?
But I don't. I still have. We have something each. We have something going on all month. Actually, probably till almost December. If I'm being honest, we have hospitality this week, and next week I think Mando's having some colleagues over, but I get to retry. Our newly minted kitchen. I made. I've been cooking up a storm, baking up a storm.
Have we had the grand reopening yet?
It's not grand. It's just open. It's just open.
Man, I seen them sexy stairs. You gonna have it's grand, all right.
Yeah. Let me tell you, it is one of those things that I genuinely am like, some people are like, I regret it, or like it it's old now. I absolutely love it. I will show that to, I think I did a video. I'll show that to the lounge folks too. Look at this. Look at you getting lounge content all day. I gotta see if I got it, but I will.
Every day. For the lounge, for the patrons, for the people.
That's right, you guys. But thank you so much. It is 8:58. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, we are again on all platforms today. Yes. But again, the perks of being a BFF and or a good friend or a new friend is you get the other exclusive shows that are on our Patreon. So check it out, www.patreon.com/NFLUENTENT. You'd see our smiling faces and hear our laughing voices and get to enjoy our fun-filled stories.
Yes.
How you doing over there, Chris?
He is over here.
Sorry. So I'm trying. So, I'm like sitting here and I'm like scheduling myself to work today. And like this thing does this app does this thing every once in a while where it wants me to verify my identity by like showing my face on the phone. And it refused to verify my identity. So now I can't work.
Because I keep telling him he has not changed his driver's license picture and he lost so much weight and now he has a beard and a mustache and it's legit not recognizing him.
But I mean, it recognized me every other time I did the facial verification. It's just being stupid right now.
Do you have your glasses?
Oh, is that it?
I don't know, man. It is they're just stressing me out right now.
Oh.
It's like,
we don't want you stressed.
We expect people to stay fat forever.
Never lose weight.
Stay fat forever.
Hey, Fresh Breeze, right on time.
How you doing, bro?
What's good, homie? So, did I tell y'all that last week I thought I was gonna have to call Xavier's Dennis people and like nice nasty shoot them out?
Yes, that was
Thursday.
Great.
I did talk to them.
Because I mean, it was a plan. You was like, getting off the phone now.
They fixed it too.
Okay, good. So we are.
The lady had an attitude when she told me she was gonna fix it too.
Of course, because they don't expect people to argue. I don't think that's what they want.
She was like, I have to call the billing manager and see if she can do something about the charges. I probably won't get to you till tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. She called
Right.
me back like
People don't realize I got time.
I got time.
When I need time, I got time. Please understand.
It's $50. Then she called me back like 10 minutes later. I was like, yeah, so she said you're gonna reverse the charge, this one time, but just make sure you reach out to us through schedule next time. I said, okay, I'm not ever using them again, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Right.
I was like, lady, yeah, I'm not. You got fix it, Jesus, fix it. Oh yeah.
But yes, so we are going to go ahead and head on to the lounge and talk to our BFFs for a little bit.
Our biffs.
And we're gonna I'm going to regale them with tales from my life for the weekend, I guess. And
how entertaining it is.
Yes. It's not. It's boring. It's fine. But we will TTYL. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Of course, check out our Patreon if you want to get in on the exclusive access. But yeah, otherwise we will see everyone on Instagram and So Unique Radio next week. Patrons, of course, we will see you in a few minutes.
Oh well, yeah, that post show.
Yes, we have been Nfluentzers in the morning, and
you guys are influencers too. Yep,
I'm sorry.
Always. It's never gonna be correct. Ever, ever, ever,
right.
ever, 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 ever. Bye.
This morning I had to thank Jah for his grace. Lace up my sneakers, I can't be defeated. Controlling my breathing while running this race. Sharpen my sword and my shield, case it get real in the field. I'll be prepared, pray for my brothers and sisters to navigate life, cause I know that the struggle is shared. But let's take a break from the hustle and bustle and have an escape here in our little bubble. And soak up some gang from the gang in the morning. Have us some laughs, might get into some trouble. If you need a jukebox to listen to raise, crank up the volume and radio waves, cause So Unique got the influences here in the morning to get y'all started today. Hey.
Okay. We are only with patrons.
Hello,
hey, patrons. To the Patreon lounge, you're the only ones getting the post show.
Are the only ones. Okay, so let me go through all of my stories. Okay, so story number 1 was the couple at the party. The party was whack. That's objectively stating, like,
worth your time.
And that's why I was like, that's why I said when I asked Mando, I was like, do you feel like you wasted a look? And she's like, no regrets. Like, she don't ever regret stepping out.
That's the part though.
Right. Yeah. And so I was like, oh man. And so then I was like,
that would explain why the girls left early.
So, and then objectively, because I was talking to her niece went to a Filipino dance party on Sunday, and she was like, oh, one of my friends at this party Sunday was there last night. And I was like, and what did they say about it? And she was like, she said it was all right. I was like, that means it was whack.
That means whack.
Again, it's okay to say whack. But so
this was all right. It was whack.
Right. And that's all right. It is what it is. They can't all be winners. So the funny part about that was so the couple that is together, so I've seen them at another gathering, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember I was joking with the brother, and I was like, you're what's it called? He was like following this sister. And so I was like, I know that she a boo, like over the course of the night, because we were playing games. And I was like, no, I was like, I know that's your boo, but like, let her breathe. And he's like, not anymore. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
I stepped into something.
Somebody in his feelings.
Very intense. And so they were there, and it was interesting because I was like, okay. So, watching the dynamic, I said, okay, so he clearly wants to be with her. And she because she was her body language was very clear and I actually respected it because they were younger. And so he would talk to her and she would like put her hands behind her back, like make sure to not give
him any indication
of this is a thing.
This is over.
Right. So I was like, oh man, okay. All right, maybe had some growing to do. I don't know. But yes, so they
not amicable, clearly.
I mean, it was amicable. I mean, well, like I said, from what I could gather,
for her to have to do all that, he thought it was amicable.
He probably, again, my guess is he had some growing to do, and he was still trying to like
he working through some stuff,
right? And so I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, oh man, very, very interesting. But anyway, so yeah, there was that, and what else? Oh, that seems to be a duplicate. So there was that. So that was that couple. It was very interesting and funny to see. And so like I said, the party was whack. And then so that's why I asked Mando
just to repeat it.
And I was like, yeah, are you upset that you wasted a look? And she's like, no, I don't have any regrets. And then she said, I'm happy I didn't take a fresh shower for it though. Respect that 100%. Because there are some times where you're like,
double up with the shower. Yes, that is true.
I
one this morning, but I want to be extra fresh. I'm gonna take another one.
But no, I'm glad I did.
I am dead for that one.
Hilarious. So that was funny.
Also, I have definitely had that. I'm mad I wasted this outfit and then worn it to something else.
Worn it the next. Oh, you think that's exactly what's happening? I'm going to a comedy show.
Like, nobody saw it. This was whack. And even if they are the same people there, they're gonna see it again because it's fly.
Yep. So, you're sweet, Reginatheus, but them folks was crazy. But yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah. So we had CO this week. So I don't know. And so during the hiatus, of course, we had we said, okay, I guess if you want to call it a grand reopening of the kitchen, we were like, oh, let's have the group over for hospitality. We've been saying it. So we're like, okay, let's finally actually do it. And there is a brother in our group, in our congregation, he's a secretary. He's just not a fan of me. Fine.
You have acquired taste, but I love you.
I'm looking for technology. Silly me, silly girl. And so I was like, oh, okay, no worries. So I send the Evite out for hospitality. And I guess because we got assigned to this new congregation. And so I guess because an Evite went out, and it literally was like, we have hospitality, but let's get together even if the speaker doesn't accept.
Yeah.
But I guess they just don't have it and I'm going to tell you why, because we were talking to the Kobe about it. He proceeds. So the group overseer calls me and he's like, he's like, I have to tell you this because it came up. And I was like, oh gosh, what have I done? Like, what have I done? I'm shocked every time. And he's like, well, this brother, he feels that we're having too many gatherings because in the 80s there were so many gatherings and it became an issue. And I was like,
so we're not supposed to get to know each other?
I was like, but this is correct. I was like, but this is this is hospitality. And so he was like, well, it's
a party pooper and he boring. That's because people don't invite him to no
parties.
What he said.
That's why. So he's like, yeah. I was like, but how did it come up? He said, oh, he brought it up in our elders meeting. That he's like, I read your Evite. Everything. He's like, everything is fine. He's like, it's hospitality for our group. Like, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. He's like, let me tell you, it's not you. Understand? It's not you. And he was like, and he said, so the week before or 2 weeks before, so the hospitality was probably like 3 or 4 weeks away. So 2 weeks before this event, we had Liberian missionaries in town. And so we had a little gathering, the brother, did a slideshow and showed all this thing. And he also spoke on that. He's like, well, we just had a gathering with the Liberian missionaries. I was like, oh, he's a hater of joy. That's fine. I'm okay with that then. I said, you know what? Jehovah sent you to the right person.
Business.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, he's boring. He does not get invited. And he's a snitch, apparently.
They
out here having gatherings.
First off, here's the thing. No. Guess what? He's in my group. He's in my service group. So you were invited to this hospitality.
I don't know if I would have.
He was invited by default.
I don't know if I would have told you about that if I was your group officer.
Well, yeah, we have a good relationship.
I mean, even if you got a good relationship, there are certain things that are just foolishness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what it was.
And it was just like, so like the only way I would bring it up and like between you and me is if like the rest of the elders even entertained it, But if everybody was just kind of like, okay,
that dude crazy.
All right, next item on the agenda,
right.
like then I would have been like, yeah, whatever, But
well, it was like I said, it was a thing because we talked to the Kobe, and the Kobe was like, yeah, I heard you guys were having hospitality or something. He's like, yeah, you guys are having a party, and I was like, what are you talking about? So
party?
I guess he was like, the Kobe was like, it was just so organized. And I think that was what kind of triggered. He said, the brother saw Evite and was like, oh, this is a thing.
So decently and according to arrangement is a problem.
Right. It's crazy.
Apparently
it's real crazy. So yeah,
that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like just because you wouldn't do things this way,
right?
Then it's an issue. It's like, oh, you're doing too much, and it's kind of like, well, like some people are just. Like I wouldn't send out an Evite. I'm gonna text everybody. But if you send out an Evite, it's your house. This is how you handle it. So
correct.
This is what you're gonna do.
I appreciate that. But that was the part where I was like, because here's the funny part for it. So he said regrets, and I was like, because here's the hilarity of it. Because I sent it to the service group. It was like a text invite, and then I sent it to the service group, and I had my little list because again, I am organized. So I had the list of people, so we knew how many we were feeding and how many to expect and what to look for. And then so him and his wife send regrets, and I was like, oh, yo, they are in our group. Like completely forgot. And then so he says no. Him and his wife say regrets, and I was like,
you didn't invite him.
I wasn't even thinking about it. And then he signed up to bring like rolls. We're doing barbecue, so he had signed up to bring rolls. So this was back when it was supposed to be in August, right? And I was like, keep your rolls. I was so mad. I was like, keep your dirty butter rolls. I don't want them.
I don't want them anyway.
So I was like, whatever. And so I say all of this to say the CO, who was again a breath of, he was amazing. Like he because he's from Puerto Rico and sign language, they call each other by their first names. They don't say sister or whatever.
Yeah, they should don't.
Easier. So he was like, he's like Katrina and Melinda, like he called everyone by their first names, and it generated such a feeling of warmth for the week. And it was so nice.
Ours did the same thing when he came in. He was like, my name is Shane.
See?
Brother Offenberger. I don't even think he said my dad. I think he said it was my granddad.
My granddad's Brother Offenberger. Right.
I am Shane.
I love that. And I really enjoyed it. So this is what he said in his talk, because it was how to be different, or we must be different as Christians. And he talked and he said, like, I almost stood up and testified. He said, yes, he was like, get to know your friends. He's like, invite them to your house. That's allowed. Go ahead. I was like, you tell them, brother.
Amen.
You probably said that because it probably came up again in the elders meeting.
I think it was a thing. It really was a thing.
And you probably had to correct them, and then And then he was like, well, let me go ahead and put this out on the platform
for anybody who
we got friends that are having a lot of gatherings. Let's go ahead and put this
what Reggie said. If we wanted to get together
Right.
5 times a week, that's what we supposed to do. Like,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it says multiple times in the Bible for us to get together and get to know each other. Because I mean, you gonna be the only one in the basement sitting in the corner crying,
Right, and that's what I said, and that was
you
my
because you
point. I
keep
was like,
making all
we're
the other
supposed to
parties
know each
unfun.
other. Yeah, I was like, we're supposed to know each other and know things
I might have
about
to
each
die for you
other.
at some point. I don't want to
That's what
regret
I
that
was
anymore.
saying. Yeah, I was like, yo, in the
Would you
great
die for your
tribulation,
brother?
yeah, a soldier's got a gun in your face, and you're
Depends
like,
on which
"What's your
one.
name?" And you'd be like,
Right.
"I don't know," and then you'd be
There it
like,
is.
"Boom, we're dead,
Because
all
like,
of us together."
like that's the messed up part where they're like, we're gonna shoot this brother in the head if you don't say blah 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 blah, and then you pause.
Right, like, ooh.
Do
Like
I
the whole
wanna?
thing? Like everything? What do you need?
Do
So
I?
yeah, that was what so for me, I was like, and I told
Reggie,
him, like I said,
yes.
I took it with a grain of salt. And he, you know, when the group overseer told me, he was like, you know, we're the same age. It was just like he just is like, we're friends. So sometimes I know to just be like, all right, whatever. And so I was like, but let me tell you something. You delivered it to the right person, because if this was Melinda, this would be done. I
Yeah.
want you to know. The knee jerk, and that's the extrovert. The knee jerk would have been like, nah, we're not doing anything. How
Yep.
about that? We'll go
No,
back to just inviting the couples. How about that? I was like, okay. So I was like, I said, you know, it delivered. But again, I was like, I know he's, you know, he's a hater of joy. And actually, apparently there are generations, like he has 2 sons-in-law that are also on the elder body, and they're like, he is so grumpy. Like he's just a crotchety old man. So I was just like, well, there you go. But I really, really enjoyed the CO, just not only because of that, but that was like the cherry for me. But he was just the whole spirit for the entire week was amazing. So yeah.
yes, Reggie, brother Grumpy Killjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you start going
Grumple still skinny.
when you start going against what is written, that's when
Mm-hmm.
you kind of
And
start
that was
having a
right.
problem, like your personal opinion about certain things. Okay, well, revelries are wild parties,
Right.
Yes. And
but
I said, it's not a revelry. This is, yeah.
but technically you can have, as long as your spiritual priorities are met, you can
Mhm.
invite friends over however many times you want to.
You want,
In the
correct.
middle of the day, you can have them over for lunch. In the middle of the week for service.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
know, so, I mean, it's just like, all right, so what are we talking about here?
And that was, and so, and it's funny because, like, you know, sometimes, you know, when Jehovah sends you someplace, you're just like, I don't understand. You can, you know, you can be like Jonah, end up in a fish, or you can just be like, all right, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go do it. And so, you know, when we got assigned to this congregation, we were just like, I don't really know what we're doing here and stuff like that. And when we started, because we, you know, we had some couples over before the kitchen started, and like I said, we had kind of planned to have other folks over. Like I said, we were planning the service group and stuff. And it was just like the first set that we had, the brother's prayer was, please let the spirit pass through the congregation. And since then, honestly, we have really, like, people have been getting together. And I'm not saying, you know, we're the, you know, we trailblazed the hospitality spirit of the congregation, but it was like, he was like, they don't do that. They don't. He's like, this has never happened. And I was just like, oh, because we had people over after Memorial and stuff. They were like, I have never been to. And I was like, oh, okay. So we started doing stuff like that. And you know, he wasn't gonna stop my joy, because it was funny, because I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna invite him and his wife over for dinner. And Melinda was like, by yourself? I said, yes, by myself, just me. I will have them over. Because I told you the knee jerk is like, nah.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So I was just like, it's fine. And like I said, I will have done my part. It's not anything that, you know, I'm going to say, since you think these revelries are occurring from the 80s,
on the same page with Melinda.
50 years ago.
No, I'm good. You got to do it by yourself. Let me know when, so I won't be here.
Yeah.
Let me know when. I will keep my happy butt out the house.
Yeah. You. A lot of people. It's like, let's go beyond the things that, man, I tell you how many times like we've been in the elders meeting and somebody done said something and we done been
crazy.
like, well, we can't make assumptions. We could just go with the facts. Like
right.
Like that's like a reoccurring thing. And somebody comes out there and was like, well, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened, and we're just like, so we just gonna stick to the facts.
Right. Yes.
Like
that part.
These are the facts that we have. These are the facts. We're not going beyond the facts.
Yes.
It's just like it's also like what was written. It's like, all right, so I understand your personal opinion. Like I remember, I'm not going. This is like off air conversation, but yeah, I remember something was brought up and we was all just like, what?
Right.
Like everybody's attitude was like, bruh, no.
But
wrong.
Bruh, no. Like
Bridget, that's insane. He said there's a
say.
brother that had a big basketball group and he required brothers to be clean shaven and in good standing to be invited.
It is recently.
An elder that was invited said he was going beyond the things written with his requirements. He asked my opinion. I told him this is not a theocratic event, so he can put whatever restrictions he wants. I mean, if he sending out the invitations, then
yeah, he can have who he wants at the party. I don't think he should be able to impose personal grooming, but
especially for basketball, my dude.
Right.
Realistically speaking, we definitely have standards on our events.
I mean, but no, I think the standards are,
but also
standing, obviously.
How many people showed up to that basketball game? I'm just curious.
Oh, probably a bunch.
It's just curious.
Oh, before the
big announcement.
It's just like you act like we're saying Jehovah Witness basketball game. I don't know.
You got JW.org on the jerseys.
That right.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I just picture that. That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Regularly. I mean.
Okay. Oh, it's a regular event thing.
Yeah. If it's not a theocratic event, then you can impose whatever standards you like for your situation.
But also.
I mean, it's just not, but also it's just,
people the same way, and people can choose to participate or not.
Well, when I say, but also, I guess there's a thing, but exactly that. If you have a problem with it, then don't go. Yeah. And the other thing is, if you putting all these restrictions on things, so if people don't show up, don't be mad that nobody showed up.
Right.
I mean, because it's kind of like, all right, so let's say you're playing basketball, right? Like you like you're a brother and you're in good standing, you're clean shaven. But you have a progressive Bible student that has been coming to the meetings, but he's not quite started shaving yet. But that one thing that you need to do is you need to get him around good association and away from bad association. And he loves basketball. So it's like, okay, man, this is an opportunity to show him, okay, the brothers get together, they play basketball. And it's fun, but there's no cursing and no bad language and stuff like that. At that point, that Bible student is excluded from joining in.
Yeah.
But also, I understand why the brother might put that stipulation on things, because you don't want brothers that are the wrong element showing up. Brothers that are on the fence. But then, like when you do stuff like that, you exclude like potential Bible students and different stuff like that. So so it's just kind of like,
those are great points, Reggie.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like when it comes to a gathering or whatever, when you have a gathering, same way, Nfluentzers has a gathering, we say, hey, you gotta be in good standing.
And I mean, to be honest, it's the same sorry, not distracted. It's pretty much the same, like even if you have a gathering in your house, there's certain people you automatically don't invite to things because their personality. And what kind of event it might turn into with them being there.
Certain people only get that spiritual invite. You can come join us for family worship. You can come over service group gets together. Although like we had a kind of field service
we playing
group.
cards, you can't come.
Yeah, we had a kind of field service group that can come to anything really. But if we had somebody like that in the field service group, like, all right, well, you can come when we do hospitality. You come when we do, but it's like I'm not about to have you in here. You complain about everything. Oh, they got the liquor. Oh, they dance. Oh.
No, get out. You see, and that's what, and now it's fine. I've done my part.
Is there joy?
Is there joy? Yeah, right. Grumpy, killjoy.
Right.
So I got invited to a gathering by a sister coming up, and I was talking to her in Metro the other day. Well, this was last week. No, time flies. Anyhow, she was like, "Yeah, me and this other sister, blah blah blah." I guess it's two of her and two other sisters are planning, and she was like, "Yeah," she was like, "They're trying to have," because it says bring a dish or beverage. I think it says a dish or beverage. And it's funny because I was going to ask what beverage meant, but I don't know these people, so I wasn't bringing a drink. I was going to bring a drink. And so she was talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah," she was like, "They want to have alcohol." She was like, "I don't really know about that." Is it because it did say invite only, do not share, do not invite other people. So I guess so they can control. And I'm like, you know what? When you do it like that, that makes sense. You know who all coming. So I know y'all can handle y'all liquor. Don't invite no outside people because I don't know if they can handle their liquor or not. And I totally get that because some people don't know how to act and they don't drink too much and now they're trying to drive home or they done said something crazy. So you definitely have to use discretion when allowing alcohol at your event.
Right, for sure.
Because everybody know that one person that's already a little borderline. Get a drink or two in them, and you be like,
you also gotta have discretion with the person that's handling the alcohol.
That's monitoring the alcohol.
Like, you done had 3. Maybe
we're gonna catch
another one because you're driving.
But see, even the fact that you said someone is monitoring the alcohol speaks to the way you view it. Like you're already like, no, someone will be in charge of the liquor here. Like
if I gotta have somebody in charge of liquor, I'm not gonna have liquor.
Well, I mean, that's right. Like that's an event. So like if we
when I said event though, I mean
we're doing we're doing like an event, like DJ AMA gonna be over there in the corner mixing the drinks. So
I guess I should use a different word. I didn't mean like big party.
And he got that kind of personality. It was like
you good.
But if we're serving alcohol, it's around people that can manage themselves.
Yeah.
Like, new people ain't coming through to just
my apologies. I guess I used the wrong word. I'm literally.
Oh no, you're fine. But no, it makes sense because I was I was thinking because sometimes you do have when I was younger, you have people.
Good point, Reggie. The open invite and people show up, but they was not at the meeting. I cannot stand that. So it's like, oh, you can show up to party, but you can't show up for the Lord.
Yeah, that I sometimes take
certain people. You know, they did not go to another meeting.
You don't know,
right? Well, you would know if you were in that congregation.
We know somebody who be showing up to stuff who don't. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. Nothing. I say nothing. Not true.
All right.
Reggie, you're just stupid. Yo, the twins at the meeting today. Nah, was she right there?
Right.
So, man, I wonder if there's something we should talk about on the.
So I do want to show before I say goodbye to you guys. One highlight. So May mentioned my stairs, my sexy stairs, and I wanted to share one of my favorite features of my kitchen.
This is a reminder.
Sorry. Yeah. Ignore her. She's trying to remind me to wash my clothes. Yeah.
I was like, put away the laundry. All right. So I don't
wash it yet.
Let's see here. I'm gonna try and share my screen because I got a job out here. Let me tell you something annoying. I just want
send us the picture and let us share it.
No. I'm gonna work through it. Don't you worry. I will not let technology beat me.
Go ahead, girlfriend. Pause.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on. Oh, it's coming. Hold on.
She's doing the picture shuffle. The picture shuffle.
Let's see. Is that
The things y'all
want to
fancy
do
best.
nothing? No, it's just one. Just a quick video to share with you guys. All right. Let me know. All right. Are we sharing? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think.
Do we have?
Oh, you guys can see it?
No.
I think you have to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the stage. Okay.
Yeah, you have to add it to the show. All right, guys. So this is for your patrons. May made mention of the sexy stairs. I'll one day do a whole situation, but so I used to have a whole wall that like led to my room, and I was like, take it out, I'm done. So you're gonna get a glimpse of what I have done to the stairs. So that's the little coffee station. It's better now, but if you look, let's see if it does what it's supposed to do.
Oh, the light up even.
It leads to my room.
Look at her.
Yeah, Billie Jean on the way to the room.
You know, that's why I said it's either something where you're like, I wish I hadn't done this, but that is one of my favorite.
It's pretty. It's beautiful.
I love that. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
She out here Billie Jean.
No, not new headphones. They're the same. It's just a new mic arm. So the positioning is a lot better.
Coming from the heavens.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the arm mic things. I was like, that was pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You said that.
You mic arm who's this?
Yeah, I got it because I've gotten a disc. So yes. Anyway.
But yeah.
Reggie said, no matter what I was going to say, I could do it better.
but never mind.
Never mind.
It's like, you know what? He got that one.
Right. Cool. Right. Exactly.
There he is.
But yes,
Actually,
hold on.
hilarious.
Blah, 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 blah.
But yeah, guys, we gotta get some going. Hey, for real though, some prayers up for the Thurman family, because we're trying to do some things over here, and Christopher is trying to better himself and the family. He has a job interview today, you guys, and he's gonna do great. But
you are gonna do great.
Why you everybody tell me we're supposed to be wearing gray today?
I don't know.
This is green.
Is it? Bro, it looks gray. Your lighting is weird.
It is. It's this weird. Look,
really weird.
This is how it normally is. This is
what looks gray. I'm
stealing
that.
Well, I mean, you're a contractor. You got the skills.
You got the skills to do all of that, right? But yeah. So yes, he has a job interview being for culinary instructor at a tech school position.
Oh, I love that.
It's a little bit green now. It's like once you said it, it was like the
when
dress.
I changed it from the. I had like this, it was like I think it was called Honolulu, whatever the scene was that I picked. So I don't know how it did it because there's like Osaka nighttime party.
Okay.
Spring blossom, I think is what it was. Spring blossom. So
thanks, Reggie.
Natural light.
Appreciate that.
The more people that know, the more prayers that go up. But also, like, the more nervous I get because it's gonna be like
people don't get jobs every day.
Remember what we did the last time you did that? It was you cooked for. You had prisoners.
Really, we're not helping.
No, because he prevailed, and he got blocked by a hater, but it was an amazing experience.
I told them, I'm like, look, Chris, don't.
Chris is a great people person
because the thing about it is this whole thing so far has like been Jehovah. Like we found out about the job. I don't know, right? This is something we never would have found out if we hadn't been talking to a witness, which was another pro of having gone to that event. Because had we not gone to the event, we wouldn't even know about this job.
Yeah,
because that's how we found out about it through a reputable person who like really needs the help at their job. Like she was like hand holding us through everything. Like, okay,
Right.
do this. Okay, that's not working. Well, let me talk to my boss and I'm gonna get her to fix it for y'all. So then you could do this. And then okay, I talked to them and they're doing this part of the process. And then like we had issues getting his college transcripts because the school had closed and like all this stuff. And it took like almost
that's
2
always
weeks.
a problem. Yeah.
It took like almost 2 weeks and they were like waiting and everything. And I'm like telling her, I'm like, thank you so much. You know, we were praying to Jehovah about like this whole circumstance. And she's like, y'all don't know, like this is Jehovah helping me, because she's like, we over here struggling and I want some good co-workers who I know are going to be responsible and do the job. And so I told him, I'm just like, look, there is so much behind this that we're riding on, not just financially but spiritually. If this is not the job for our family, then you won't get it no matter what you do. If it is, then Jehovah's gonna make sure you get it. So woosah.
And that's the whole point. Like, and you know, and the funny part is, like, you said it and you were like, prayers up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about him getting this job. Like,
no, pray for his nerves.
No, I know. I'm not worried about it. Like, you gonna be all right.
I keep telling him he got this.
Holy Spirit.
Got this. Look, and he just found out. I told him to text her. I was like, let her know like that you're nervous, or what things might be like, because they said he needs to do a culinary demonstration. Yeah, and he texted her.
There's an Iron Chef portion of the job.
He texted her, and then she's
but
like,
that's what I'm gonna say. But you're
and I'm gonna
also
be
a
on the
great
panel
teacher and a great chef. So boom, yeah.
So you good?
Not an Iron Chef portion. Yeah. Oh, shout out to the 2 members of the governing body, FYI.
Yes, I did mean to mention
that's on you. Sorry.
Yeah, also that.
No regrets.
That was Saturday, Friday,
Saturday. Like 4 days ago. But yes, you will do it. You will get it. Look at the bounce.
His legs are shaking. His legs are shaking.
I'm irritated because his phone now. It's like,
what kind of phone is it? Oh, is it your?
No, it's the app.
It's the app.
The app thing. Have you just I'm the queen. I will uninstall and reinstall something.
I did. So quick. I did.
Oh, it's still doing it?
Uninstall, reinstall, still being stupid.
Oh, did you do it from your other phone?
Yes, I did it from my other phone.
So it's your account.
I was in tech support, y'all.
Yeah, I saw you, and I thought I saw you twice, so it must have been both phones.
Yeah, you were.
I know how to do it, man. But yeah, I guess I'll try it again. We'll get off here. But yeah, it's just irritating.
Yeah.
See, look, Reddy said, "Don't be your own worst enemy."
Mm-hmm.
I know, surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. I didn't mean to call you fat.
Stupid.
It's a song by Lit.
I figured it was a song.
Actually, but yeah,
you did mean to call him fat though. But
no, I didn't. That's so, and I think it was, speaking of misheard lyrics, I think he says, I didn't mean to call you that. I've always said that. Always. And it's still going to be fat. To me, never correct.
Even though when Chris was talking about the Dave Chappelle thing and the Good Times theme song. So I know I told y'all I've been watching Good Times with John. Man, that whole John Amos dying thing was crazy.
I know. I was like, I thought about you with that. Mm-hmm.
And then when I was reading it, they were like, actually, he died 2 months ago. They just put it on social media and his daughter just found out. And I was like, wait a minute. But anyhow, so I'm watching it and I have to use captions. So I'm watching and I see the lyrics say hanging in a child line. But in my mind, every time I keep going, like I don't know.
I used to think it was something for child. I don't know why. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We lucky we got.
Oh, nice, Reggie.
So yeah, well, give us details once you get the offer, and I look forward to hearing.
See, she said once you get
the fun,
positive
adventure.
There are still details that I need to discuss with these people,
yes, before we know that it's Jehovah.
So what I'm hoping is that the job, since it's at a college or whatever, like that they build a schedule around and it's part-time, that they build a schedule around the instructor.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be magnificent, because then I can pick the days of the week that I want to work, which would essentially be the same days of the week I want to work now. And probably unlike most instructors, I don't mind teaching night classes. So, like hopefully, I hope that is the case. But I also know that part of my job is working at the high school level if I do get hired. So
these high schoolers.
I think he would be perfect with them.
I think he's perfect. Yeah, me too.
And that's what she said. If I were to teach, had only ever met him twice, and she's like, I think he would be perfect with the high schoolers.
Yeah.
I'll punch all of them in the face.
Well, no. So you're intimidating enough.
Well, no, and they will know that
for them to not mess with you, and then you're sharp enough for them to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch it," and there's gonna be some strays, so I'm not gonna play. Like, cool. I'm excited for you. See, and that's the thing I wouldn't have even known existed. So, and again, you know what? As I like to say, don't be fighting them angels. Just do your thing, 21. You'll be fine.
How did you incorporate the Lord in 21
together in the same sentence? Was it 3, 4 words?
Do your thing, 21. Break in 21.
There you go.
Incorporate it all.
You're talking about well said, Trina.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. We'll talk to you later.
I'll see you later, our beautiful patrons. We love you so much. Say later, bye. Oh,